Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well today. As part of my ongoing effort to introduce Polkadot plays to you guys, in this short video, I'm going to introduce to you guys Darwinia. This project aims to bring non-custodial cross-chain swaps to the Polkadot ecosystem. And folks, if you guys haven't subscribed to my free newsletter yet, make sure you guys pause the video and take the time to do so. Not only do I bring you guys industry highlights, but I also cover a token every week. And to make things easier for you guys, I've consolidated all my weekly token picks into this Excel spreadsheet, and I even provide you guys with links to 2 to 3 minute summaries of the project. And if you guys wanted to take this one step further and engage in dialogue with me and my community, make sure you guys check out my Discord channel. It's a great forum for you guys to connect with like-minded individuals and share thoughts and insights. Both the links to my newsletter and my Discord channel are in the description below, so make sure you guys check out those links before watching the rest of this video. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this review. Alright, to start this video, let's go over what Darwinia plans to accomplish. To simply put it, it plans to be a decentralized cross-chain bridge protocol, and they're leveraging the substrate framework to build out their infrastructure. And by doing so, they hope to provide the safest cross-chain solution that does not rely on third-party multi-signatures connecting Polkadot, Ethereum, Tron, and other chains. Protocol is going to be open source, so anybody can build on it, but their target developer audience are people who are interested in building DeFi, cross-chain NFT trading market, and gaming dApps. And their efforts are being supported by the Web3 Foundation. And the reason why this is relevant is because there's only a finite amount of space for parachains. So all these projects that are using the substrate framework, there's no guarantee that they'll win a spot on the Polkadot blockchain. And so for that reason, I think it's important to acknowledge that this team is working very close with the creators of Polkadot. Obviously, that doesn't guarantee them a spot, but it nonetheless increases their odds of becoming a parachain on Polkadot. And unlike other projects that are looking to be parachains on Polkadot, Darwinia is actually contributing to Polkadot's interoperability by building a cross-chain infrastructure. If you read through some of the documentations and other parachains, they label themselves as being interoperable, but they don't highlight the fact that that feature is coming from Polkadot as it builds bridges to other chains like Ethereum, EOS, ADA. Now the protocol has two tokens. One is the native token for the Darwinia network called Ring, and this can be used as gas for transactions. This includes transaction fees, contract execution fees, network bandwidth charges, storage fees, and more. The other token, KTON, is used to incentivize long-term commitments. So if you stake Ring tokens for 3 to 6 months, you'll be rewarded with KTON tokens for your commitment. The token utility for KTON isn't entirely clear. In the white paper, they did mention that it may be used for governance in the future. In addition to governance, the white paper also mentions how KTON can be pledged to receive staking power to participate in POS mining. And in terms of what types of applications are going to be built on this protocol, one use case that's being used now is for gaming. Evolution Line is a virtual simulation blockchain that supports cross-chain interactions, and it's the world's first NFT plus DeFi integrated application. If this model works, we're likely to see other gaming applications also integrate the Darwinia protocol. Moreover, this protocol could be used to track all the tokens that are within the Darwinia network, which will give you a pretty good approximation of the network's adoption, and it'll become a more accurate barometer once they have multi-directional bridges. One thing I'm looking forward to is a DeFi token decentralized exchange. If you've watched some of my past work, you know that I believe AMMs or automated market makers will end up being the bedrock for the entire DeFi ecosystem. So I'm excited to see if anybody out there decides to build a DEX. One big downside I see in using the Darwinia protocol is that their cross-chain model relies on smart contract interactions. This requires the supported blockchains to have smart contract activity. And as we know, some blockchains are primarily used to transact value. So in those cases, integration might not be that easy. And so for that reason, I don't really see or forecast a strong AMM competitor building on the Darwinia protocol. Instead, I expect other protocols like Thorchain, who uses a TSS model for cross-chain swaps, to dominate the AMM landscape. And if you guys have any interest in learning more about Thorchain, I included a link to my playlist in the description below. And lastly, they hope that a robust NFT market is built on the Darwinia protocol. And given the popularity of NFTs and the fact that the market is growing so fast, I think there's going to be a very robust demand for cross-chain NFTs. For example, let's say there's an auction on Ethereum for an NFT. By supporting cross-chain interactions, individuals who are using other blockchains outside of Ethereum could also participate in that auction if the NFT marketplace is connected to the Darwinia protocol. Now, in terms of where we are on the roadmap, the biggest development that I've seen is the Ethereum to Darwinia unidirectional bridge. Eventually, it's going to be bidirectional, but to begin with, they're going to allow Ethereum users to transfer their assets over to the Polkadot ecosystem. With this bridge, users who have ERC20 ring tokens and KTON tokens can transfer their assets to the mainnet through the Ethereum Darwinia one-way bridge, and after mainnet, they'll be able to participate in staking to get rewards. And if you think about it, it's also good from a strategical standpoint. By creating a one-way bridge to begin with, you'll see a lot of liquidity and value pour into the Polkadot ecosystem. And since it's not bidirectional yet, users won't be able to bring that value back to Ethereum. Now that I've given you guys a brief introduction to the platform, let's talk about the tokenomics. Ring, which is the native token of the Darwinia network, is going to have a max supply of 10 billion. Currently, the circulating supply is approximately 450 million, with the total supply being 2 billion. So before mainnet goes live, you're going to have 2 billion tokens, after which the newly issued ring tokens will be distributed to the validators and nominators, which are the staking participants. And what this basically means is that they're going to have an inflation rate that's going to be adjusted annually, and at some time in the future with the inflation, the total supply will hit 10 billion. And if you stake your ring tokens, in addition to getting KTON tokens for your participation reward, you're also going to receive block rewards, transaction fees, and these transaction fees also include block fees, cross-chain staking fees, app chain access fees, and other related fees. And this is very similar to other token models out there. They want to generate activity and interest in the protocol. They'll charge fees in their native token for that activity, and those fees are going to be distributed to token holders. So if you're looking to be a long-term investor, in my opinion, the value of the token will have some correlation to the number of dApps that are building within the Darwinia network. For now, Darwinia has first mover advantage, assuming that they don't have any hiccups along the way. There's a strong probability that a lot of dApps out there will end up using Darwinia in some capacity. In a recent video, I talked about Reef, which basically is a wealth management protocol, and they've decided to collaborate with Darwinia. The nature of their collaboration isn't revealed in this write-up, but if Reef uses Darwinia as a preferred protocol to seek out yield for their depositors, it could lead to a significant demand for the Ring token. Alright, to conclude the video, I'll go over my thoughts on the project. Provided that we're going into a bull market, I think a lot of the Polkadot ecosystem plays are going to do extremely well. And after a couple years, we'll have a better idea of who the winners and losers are. But the big question for Darwinia is that after Polkadot starts building bridges to these other chains like Ethereum, Tron, and EOS, is Darwinia going to remain relevant in that environment? Because once Polkadot built those bridges, not only are tokens going to be cross-chain compatible, but so are smart contracts. And the other question is, are we going to have one big winner? Are we going to have multiple winners? Because I could envision a future where you have multiple protocols who are collectively solving the problem of cross-chain transfers. And the reason that's relevant is because if this protocol is going to succeed long-term and the price of the token is going to have fundamental value, other protocols should have a desire to use Darwinia, and dApp should want to build on top of it. Otherwise, the Ring token and the KTON token are going to end up like thousands of other tokens that have come and gone, where they've gone through a mania phase, and once the mania subsides and we get a complete market cycle, the token slowly disappears. And if you're watching the video until this point, it's very likely that you're enjoying my insights. If that's the case, don't forget to check out my Patreon page, especially if you're one of those individuals that wants to get the information before I make the video. Even if you join one of the lower tiers, you'll get access to my private Discord channel where I publish my moves in real time. And if you join one of the higher tiers, you can even have a dialogue with me one-on-one. And if you want to get to know me a little bit better before you sign up for Patreon, make sure you guys check out my Twitter profile and give me a follow. Both the links to my Patreon page and my Twitter profile can be found in the description below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is CryptoOneStop signing out. I'll talk to you folks next time. Bye.